Everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I'm doing pretty good today. We're gonna play with some of the ends of Tim Holtz paper pads, where there's the little rectangles and squares, those kind of things. There's this one and this one. And then he does the bigger, like 6x6 size. This is more of the rectangles, more squares too. Sorry, I'm getting some ink off my finger because I just realized I had ink on my finger and was like, oh, that's disturbing. I changed the ink foam on there finally, so I got it all over me. All right, so that's where we're starting, is with those. And then what I did is I folded them in half the long, in half the short. Oh no, that is the long way, right? Short way, I don't know. Fold it in half, how's that? So, yeah, fold it in half like that. And then I used this little die. This is a Sizzix die. And I know not everybody's going to have these, but you could use a square punch, you know, like our regular punches that we use. I still have ink all over me. Anyway, the number on this is 6610948 or B. So write down both 8 and B, because I can't tell by looking at that. It kind of looks like a B, but it kind of looks like an 8. And I don't have that packaging, but it comes with a little, it's like a little booklet that you can make with the dies. And I've had it forever and ever. So back when I was making like little scrapbooks and stuff. So anyways, I used that die on these after I folded them in half, and then you get that, which is great because you can do lots of things with that. So I'll show you one of them that I've done. I used just regular paper for this. I didn't use Tim Holtz paper, so if you don't have Tim Holtz paper, you can use any paper. This is actually a piece of paper from just rubbing paint off. It was a funky, weird, thin piece of scrapbook paper that I didn't like, and on the back I used them kind of little drop cloths, and so it had paint on it, so I just made one out of that. So you could see you can use any paper. These are the Tim Holtz photos that come like this. I think they're photo booth photos or something like that. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but I can never find a use for these. So anytime I think of something for these, I'm like, hallelujah. And then I also did this one using one of these, which is also part of, that's what the die cut is this little film strip thing. But I liked this more for, you know, putting the pictures in, or pressed flowers, or, you know, just a printed flower, bird, whatever you want to put in there. But then these were kind of fun to do, and I just backed it with some plain paper, but put the photo in there, glued the little film strip on top, cut it out, and, you know, backed it. And then I punched a hole at the top, because you end up covering up these little film strip bits with the Tim Holtz photo. I guess you could cut the photo small enough that you could see through the little film strip things, but I like this because it's super sturdy. And then you can hang it on the, you know, off the side of your journal, or, you know, on a fabric cluster, or on the front of a journal, or whatever. But I just added a bead on a little rusted washer thing, and another bead at the back on a bulb pin. So yeah, that's a super fun thing. So I just thought we could make some of those today, and I've already punched the holes. And oh, this is the square version. So if you use the long piece of paper and you fold it in half and punch the hole through both, I went through both sheets of paper to get that. This one is the square, and you can see I used 2 squares, not just one, 2 squares, punch the hole on one side, not the other. The reason I did this is so when you put the photo, like this one, it's backed already. Whereas if you want to do something like pressed flowers, you're probably going to want to open all the way through like this, because that way you can put a piece of acetate in. And we'll just go ahead and do one of these. And I pressed these flowers. They're just out of my yard. They're nothing fancy. They're just some little white flowers. These are actually off of a succulent that I have. And then this is those little yellow flowers that are kind of like a petunia or whatever, but they're little, the little version. They don't even really have a center in them, but they worked fine. I don't have a whole lot of flowers blooming yet. So, I mean, I've got lilies and stuff, but anyhow, blah, blah, right? So I'm just going to take a piece, fold it in half, because I'm going to want to sandwich it between there. And then we'll just make like a little slide. So you could use any size paper that your punch will work in. So if you have a bigger punch or a smaller square punch, this worked great for these photos. Oh, I'll measure and tell you what size opening that is, because that might help you. 1.5. So yeah, 1.5 by 1.5, which makes sense, obviously, right? But so if you have a 1.5 inch square punch, you're dialed for these Tim Holtz photos. They fit in there just perfect like that. So I need to cut a little bit of that off, and I just need a square of it. So yeah, I hope you're all doing good. We're doing good. We're just hanging out here today. The kids, well, Aiden's working. She's working from home. So they're both here right now, for the moment anyway. And she's getting all her stuff packed up, which is sad and exciting at the same time. It's just sad for me because I'm mom and I want her to stay here. But I know it's a good thing, because I did not want her driving that drive every day. It's just not safe anymore. Too many people on the road at that time now. Didn't used to be, but alright, I'm just going to put a dot of glue on the back of the flower here, just to kind of hold on to that yellow flower a little bit so that it doesn't slide down in the little pocket here, if that makes sense. So they'll kind of be attached to each other, because as you can imagine, it's going to be open on both sides. And I think the long one's fine. It should stay in there nicely, hopefully. Please. But I'm not sure about that little yellow one. And then we just put it in here. And we've got a little pressed flower slide. I think I'm going to cut down the far side just a tiny bit more. If the plastic will cooperate. And then I'm going to put glue all around this part. So hopefully it'll hold the plastic. That's the only thing. Glue and plastic really are not friends. Doesn't always work, but we're going to try. And hope. Keep our fingers crossed that it'll work. Okay, and then I'm going to put more glue all the way down. Close it up. Hopefully it will stay. You don't want to get the glue in there if you can help it, but of course I did. And then I even squished it worse. I'm not real great with the whole acetate thing. It's not my strong thing. Okay, well, it's not perfect, but I think it works. And then you can, of course, decorate them up however you want. Oh, and I didn't ink it, but it's fine. You can see on that one I inked it. Sorry, that's just my printer going through its little thing. After I get done printing something, it does that. I printed some of my this and that labels, and this is 2 pages of my this and that labels to 1 page, because I knew I would need some smaller bits and pieces, you know. So I thought it might be fun if this one will fit. That has the lady. And these are in my shop if you're interested in these labels. They're just kind of like miniature collages that I did on the computer and then turned them into a digital. Yeah, this was, my sister and I were playing around yesterday. I didn't even know I had that film strip, or remember that I had it. I mean, I at some point knew I had it, but didn't remember that I had it until we found it, and it was like, oh, that would be fun. That's kind of too tall, huh? I have it in a smaller size. Sorry, I did not get these all cut out ahead of time, so feel free to fast forward. I got all the other stuff, you know, punched out and everything, but I thought of these kind of last minute that they would be kind of a good thing to add here and there. And to get different size prints, I use an app, and it's called Print to Size. And it's great, I think, because you can just add images and, you know, print 2 to a page or 3 to a page or whatever the thing is that you want to do. Because sometimes things are either too big or too small, as we all know. Put some other things with this. She's going to get a little lost on there with all the yellow in that. I just gathered together all kinds of little bits that I had. Something like that might work. Do I want anything else? Anything from Tim Holtz memoir? I think a lot of this stuff is too big for that. A little piece of fabric would probably look good. Just something light. This is just some yellow cotton of some kind. Yeah, I'll put those back in there. So what you guys all up to this week? Anything exciting? Any trips planned? We're not really doing anything until, well, because we've got so many other things going on with kids moving and doing and all that. We're not really going anywhere until the cruise, which is plenty, because that's a big trip for us. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. See, it's super simple to do, these little tiny projects, I feel like, because they just go together pretty easily. Just gonna kind of put, and on this stuff, on this Tim Holtz paper, you almost don't have to add anything just because it's so fun. But you can use any scrapbook paper to make these. Oh, I guess I should tell you how long that piece of paper is to begin with, before you fold it in half. Just because if you don't have the Tim Holtz paper, you're not gonna know exactly, right? So let me just get these on and then I'll measure one. I think they're 3 by 4, but I'm not sure, so I'll check. Okay, so there's that one all done up, and there's the back. And I just think they'd be fun to just put in a pocket, you know, just a cute little something in a pocket, and like on this one you could write on the back. Let's get that measured. So yeah, 4 by 3. So that's what they are. So you can just cut any old piece of paper that size, fold it in half, and then just use a punch on it or whatever you've got to cut that shape. You could probably even do it with a 1.5-inch circle. That would be, I don't think I have a 1.5. I have a 1. What's this one? I think that's a 1 too. 1 also. Not a 1 2. And I have a 2-inch, so I don't have a 1.5, or I could try it, but it would still be fun too. Let's just try one. The only thing is, it's probably not gonna get, you know, getting it centered, especially because I can't really tell, but we're gonna wing it. This one is so messed up, and my husband has taken it apart and put it back together and all those things that everybody says to do with it, but it is stuck now. There we go. So see, you could do the same thing with a 1.5-inch circle. I don't think a 1-inch, well, it might work for some of the smaller, yeah, it would work. Yeah, 1 inch might be better, because otherwise you're going to end up with those edges, which aren't going to look super great, but you could use other images too. They're just fun size. I just like that size. Alright, let's do another one. And then I'll do one of the film strip things too. Let's use, I think I will use that one. I want to use this little girl. I like her blue hat with the yellow. Yeah, I like that. And then you could also take, like, because you can see the frame if you don't like that, if you don't want that on there. You could take one of these if you have the film strip die cut and put it in there too, and that would be also very cute. So we'll put her in there. Let's ink this one. These are a little bit easier than the acetate. Like I said, I'm not real great with acetate. It's very fiddly to me, and I always get glue on it, so not my favorite thing in the world. But doing them this way, I like. So I'm just going to put glue on the back. And you can cut them down more if you want to, but you don't really need to, as long as they fit inside of the folder, and plus that way you'll have sorry, gotta concentrate while I try to get this in here, because it sticks so fast. I don't want you stuck yet. It's being difficult. You'll have more of the surface area that has the thicker paper behind it. Come on, just. Okay, it seemed to fit in there so well when I was trying it. And now that I've got it. Okay, and then I'm going to put down here. And I am going to go around the... That's why I get glue on everything, because I have the shakiest hands. But if you have a steady hand, you will have far more luck. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put the film strip, because on that one you can see the edges around that quite a bit. So I'll ink one of those, and I chose one with some blue. You could just do all different Tim Holtz paper that you have, or any scrapbook paper, and that way you can mix up the frames. If you're using just a square punch, a 1.5-inch square punch, you could just You'd have to choose pictures that don't have a problem with the edges showing. Not that it really matters a ton, but okay. And this one I don't feel like needs a ton because it's already got, you know, quite a bit going on it. We might be able to put that's a Tracy Fox, one of her labels. I'm sure everybody recognizes. That'd be cute. You could do flowers, birds, whatever. Go ahead and bend this a little. I like all the strings hanging off of it, but of course if you don't, you can get rid of that kind of thing. Oh, that one was a loose one. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put a number on there just for fun. Just do part of it. I'm letting it set for a second because I didn't stamp it on that fabric. Okay, there's that one. Alright, let's do one of the squares here. And these measure, in case you don't have the Tim Holtz little paper packs. Well, they're his big paper packs, 3 by 3, which you can't get anymore, which makes me very, very, very sad. But that's the way it goes, right? But you could cut any of his paper. I just like these because everything's miniaturized. So they're just kind of a fun thing to play with. Over here. Let's see, I had this picture I think I like in here. It's a very like manly background, so I just liked that image in there. Oh, I don't need to do any inking to that. I just am gonna, it's gonna be interesting getting it in there right. So yeah, yesterday when I finished my video, I said, have a good weekend. I'm so off on my days, and I can't ever remember which days I'm putting what videos, and I'm telling you, I'm getting to be complete ding dong. Don't want to cut his hat off a lot. Oops, we're gonna have to go. Might be smart to use like a glue that you can move around a bit for a minute because glitter glue is not great for that. It's great glue. It just sticks right now. That's the only thing. It's sad to cover up these numbers back here because I love these, but that's what you gotta do sometimes, right? I don't want it to not glue on the edges, corners, and whatnot. My kids are, I think, playing Toontown. I swear the two of them, they're definitely having a nostalgia summer. but it's fun. I love that they do that, because who knows if they'll do that again, you know? Who knows what they'll be on to next year. But they're hilarious together, because they used to play that when they were little kids together.
Some washi might be cool. I've got some that would look neat. Ah, dropping everything. Oh no, they're not playing I think Theron's playing Toontown. I forgot it was working.
I hear her talking to somebody now on the phone about work stuff. So
she's not.
Let's see. What am I gonna put on there? I want it to look. I don't have any great washi that's masculine, so could use a cog, since there is a cog in the background there. These are my laser cut cogs. I think I need to put more in the shop. I'll do that in case anybody's interested in those. I like the gray, but that one's huge. I mean, I could cut part of it off. It wouldn't be awful. Gray definitely goes better. I just laser cut my oh, that one would work. My rest and numbers digital download. I have some pages in there that I use to do these. I can actually cut that off a little and not be that sad about it. I think that would work. It's kind of a lot, huh? I'll just cut a little bit of that off. I don't know if I like it. It feels like everything's that size. I don't like it. Is there one of these? This one over here. Sorry, I gotta grab my scissors again. It's got some gears and stuff on it. Finally, last night I got some sleep. I felt like it was so much better. It was starting to get to me. I wish I was one of those people that could just sleep through anything. That would be great. My husband just sleeps through it. And I probably did sleep through a lot of it, but it was just noisy around here. That's kind of cool. That's ripped. So I could come over the top of this a little. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's ink this a little bit. Probably don't need to totally ink the whole thing, but I think I want it this way. Or not ink, glue. Because I'm going to cut those little bits off. Okay. I'll actually glue this one to that one the way I want it. Okay. There's that. I also have these little rusty bits. They're mini gears from Tim Holtz. I just want to see if one of the little ones, I don't know if they're too thick, would work. Yeah, I think I like it. I'm going to try it. I think it would stay with this. We're going to try. If not, I'll have to use a different glue. I've got some other ones, just not with me right at the moment. Okay, we'll let that dry. I'm going to snip those off. Okay. Kind of grabbed to the edge there like I do. But I like that a lot. I think that's fun. Very manly. Okay. This back in here before I lose them. I think I'll put them in with my other gears. Get these out of the way. Might use that somewhere. That's kind of fun. Okay. Next one. I think I'll do this one. I think I wanted this little girl. It looks like a school picture to me, and I like the ABCs on there. I mean, not that it has to be that, just that's the way I liked it. Yeah, it looks like a school picture, even though I know that's a photo booth one, but it just reminds me of a school picture. My sister was saying, which would be really cool, to, these would be a cool little book. You know, you could, however, hook them all together like tag books and all that we do, and have a whole book of them. I might do that. I love it when she comes over because we bounce ideas off of each other and it's fun. It helps me to do that sometimes because I don't know that many people that craft. Or they just do different things than what I do. And it's just nice. But she can't always do that because she obviously works full time. So. Because I've been in a slump. Not feeling very creative. Every once in a while it strikes me, but just overall. I think that happens, you know, when you do it day in and day out. Sometimes you just get in a rut. You can't think of anything new or exciting or whatever. But these got me going for sure. Alright, and then I thought maybe some like math page on there would be cute. I don't know what to put with it. I don't have a lot of things that make me think. of school, you know what I mean? That would work. Oh, washi would work on this one to bring a little color in. I've got this one and this from Karen. I just like the flowers. I think that would go cute with her, so that's what we'll do. We'll put a little piece of that down. It's the twill tape, or gosh, I can't think what it's called. It's Tim Holtz washi tape. That's like fabric. And I'll try to find some of these things on my Amazon associates and put a link so that if you guys are interested and you can get it. I already looked for the Sizzix die cut though, and I can't find that one, so I know that isn't something you can readily get. You might be able to get it on like eBay or something. I have no idea, but you can't get it easily somewhere like Amazon. I want to go up higher, but I'd have to cut it in half this way, and I'm probably getting my inky fingers all over the back of it. I wonder if it'll tear at all. Nope. That's a big no. It's very sticky. It's very, very sticky. So different than washi. I'm just going to hang this piece over here to use. Or wait, I don't want. I think I want the one with the more red on it. Put that up like that. I kind of want it to fray a little bit, but I don't know if it will. Oh, it did a little. Just gonna cut that off. I thought about turning it over to the other side, but don't think I want it around the other side. Okay, I like that. It's cute. I might ink it just a little bit. Let's use this. Okay, like that. So there's that one. I kind of feel like it needs something else. Why can't I ever stop? I don't know. Yep, it just needed a little something else. Oops. These are my numbers in my shop, and if I'm out, I'm always cutting more. It's just sometimes I run out. But keep an eye peeled. I'll usually be putting more in fairly soon. Alright, there's that one. And I don't know why 7, but that's just what I grabbed. Oh, I liked this one with these two ladies. It's so cute. So yeah, I'm sure you guys are real bored with this by now, but they're just really fun, and you could make just a slew of them. Oh, this one doesn't have the back, so what I might do is go ahead and put, this one would be better as a slide, obviously, but what we'll do is put something on the back of the photo. see. I could use. Those are mostly. That's a cookbook. That's funny. I can use that on the back. That should probably cover most of what I need. I just put that on there. Yeah, but I don't like how that's plain. We'll get her all fixed up here. Oh, this is good too, but I'll save that. I think that's the same paper. I need a lighter something. Sorry, I'm just going through a bag of junk, basically. You could put another picture on the other side too. I just think that would get really thick, is the only thing I'm thinking with that. I'm just going to put this on, trim it to the right size, and then I think that'll work just fine. You could just paint the back, ink the back, or just not punch the hole all the way through for the ones that you want, you know, to have that different look. Or not different look, but you don't want to see the back. Jeez. Woo, worth. Telling you. Some days. Just piling up my mess. Okay. And they'll be here, and then when you turn it over you'll see that, and I don't think that's a big deal. It's just another little collage back there. When I originally cut all of them, I was thinking more you know, for the flowers than anything. This glue is going to drive me bats. Cleaned it out and it's still just being weird. It's easier to do it this way. Well, I didn't do that great. But we could take our twill tape . Yep, I like that better. And get that stuck. stuck together very good right there. I think it'll be alright once it grabs. It's just not grabbed onto it yet. Okay, what do we want to put on this one? Not a lot, because I do like the standard typewriter right there. I could just put like a label. I wonder if I could. Yeah, I think that will work just fine. Crimp the edge there, oops, maybe. Nope, I don't think that needs a whole lot of anything else. I don't want to cover up the standard typewriter part, so I think I'm going to have that one just like that. Alright, so how many did we get done? Oh, let's do one of these first. Sorry, forgot. See, this is the paper that I had. It's this green scrapbooking paper, but on the other side it's white, and so I was using it as a drop paper, and yeah, that's how it turned out, so I liked it. Thought that was kind of cool. Let's do a lady in this one. Do I like this lady. This lady's good too. I like the color on that one. It's more of a sepia than a black and white, and I like it. Okay, so the way I did these is I'll just ink it. I only need one. I love those old hats. She looks so cute. Okay, so just put glue on it and get it on there with making the least mess possible. Good luck. But they are fun, and I think they'd look so cute dangling off of, you know, whatever we normally dangle stuff off of, because they're really not that big. I always make a mess with the glue. Okay, and then I just take the scissors, I'm going to use the bigger ones, and trim around it and back it so that it's not just the white on the back. I like it to have something else, because you will see that side if it's dangling around on whatever. I just have to make a mess of the glue. Alright, and then we're going to back it with, we can use whatever. Let's use some of this textured paper would be cool. Ooh, that's the only thing. You always end up cutting the edge of the glue. Fingernail marks on the photo trying to get the glue off. You can also take after the fact, after it dries, if there's glue on it, and just take a little bit of rubbing alcohol gently and rub it on the picture, and that should get rid of most of the glue. Just don't rub too hard because you'll rub, you know, the picture off. So. Yeah, and I don't know if you could find another type of punch or something that would make these film edges like that. I don't know. And then I just took in the top hole up there that's already there. I just punched a hole. And it's so thick, I don't think, because like I can't even get it off of here very well. It shouldn't rip, you know, hanging on there. Should be pretty sturdy, especially once all the glue dries. Probably should have waited for the glue to dry. I don't know if I have another rusty bolt pen. I probably have. I don't have any over here other than these. So let's see what we got here. Oh, I do. Little piece of fabric or lace would be good. Maybe we could do some of these since we got gold. Some sequins. The only thing is once you cut them, they start flying everywhere. These kind of go good with that. I feel like. So I just put a bead. I mean, you can do this however you want. You could do beads and buttons and lace and I mean all manner of whatever. Put that on. Put this on here and then the last bead. There's that. I like it. Yeah, we did pretty good. Okay, so we've got these two, which one was already done, but that's what they look like. Oh, and this one I added some Tim Holtz tissue and I stamped it. Yeah, I could stamp this one just with a little, we'll put a different date. For some reason it's speaking November to me. So there's those. And then that one was done. And then we did these three smaller versions. And that's what the back of that one looks like. I would definitely, if you're going to put the pictures in, just punch a hole in one side, but those ones were already punched. So there's that. And then we have the two squares as well. So fun use of the Tim Holtz paper at the back of his stacks, and then also just fun use of those pictures because I always struggle with those. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and we will chat again on Monday. Love you guys. Bye now.